Hello everyone and welcome to Peepul Health, an online forum that's going to provide you with seminars, live workouts, nutrition advice and guidance, and overall health and wellness advice. My name is Sumit. I'm the head coach for the gym and spa department at the center, and today we are going to bring you some yoga workout for diabetes. This can be done for beginners and intermediates too. So are you ready? So for today's workout, we'll need blocks, two types of blocks. If you don't have blocks, that's fine. You can use a pillow. And as you can see, we also need a chair, which is behind me here. So we're going to go through different modifications of the asanas and exercise. Choose the one which is more easier for you and which is more manageable for you. Do not push yourself too hard. And yoga is not about pushing too hard. It's about being in control and being balanced and being stable. So hope you enjoyed the workout, and let's begin the yoga workout. So first thing, we need to have our toes together, bring our feet together and hands in a namaste position, and bring the hands to the center of the chest with the palms of fingers pointing slightly forward. From here, we just need to close our eyes and we need to just center ourselves and take some deep breaths for a couple of minutes to bring the mind and body ready for a workout. Take slow, deep breaths. Inhale from the nose and exhale from the mouth. Try to be still as much as you can. This pose we call this in yoga Sthita Prarthana Asana. It means still pose. Slow the breathing down even more and observe your breathing as you inhale and as you exhale. Let's continue to practice for another minute. Take 2 more breaths. Very gently open your eyes, and we should feel that we are now ready to practice our yoga. The first things first, we need to warm the body up. So let's start from the head to toe. So we want to bring our head down to the ground, and then we want to bring our head up to the ceiling. We want to do this 5 times. So nice and gentle, keep the chin down, tuck the chin to the chest, and then take the chin to the ceiling. From here, we're going to do a side bend of the head, stretching our neck muscles. And again, we want to do 5 reps each side. Go nice and gentle, nothing forceful. Keep your eyes open. From here, we want to turn our head and look to the right, and then we want to turn our head and look to the left, and then we want to turn our head to the right again, and then left. 5 each side. Again, we're doing these warm-up muscles, these warm-up exercises to warm up the neck muscles. From here, we want to rotate our head clockwise and anti-clockwise. We can go a little bit faster now with our warm-up. And 5 anti-clockwise. If you want to go gentle, you can carry on going gentle and take your time. Again, go with your pace. There's no rush. From here, now we move on to the shoulders. We want to rotate the shoulders backwards. And from here, we go forwards. And with yoga, we just want to keep our breathing relaxed and not panic too much or start going too fast. Otherwise our breath will run out of breath very quickly and we may not be able to perform the asanas. From here, we just want the shoulders up and down, and we're going to move down the body, warm the whole body up before we start our yoga exercises. From here, now we move on to the hips. So with the hips, we just bend forward, keep our hands and palms onto the shins, and back nice and keep the back nice and straight. From here, we want the back bend, so we just want to come back to the center, and then we want to just extend very gently, not too much, just go nice and slowly. You can keep your hands on your hips or in your lower back, it's up to you. Now from here, we want to add a bit of dynamic movements, so we just rotate the hips forward and backwards. And 5 reps is good. We don't need to do more than 5. Now that we've opened up the hips, now we move on to the knees. So we just want to bend our knees, squat down nice and gently, keeping the back nice and straight and relaxed. Once we've done that, we want to now squat down, hold this position, and then we want to rotate the knees anti-clockwise and then clockwise. Either way, it's up to you, it's fine. Not too much range, just take it nice and easy. We're just warming the body up. Excellent. Now from here, we just want to go lower down and work on the ankles, so toes up and down. It's very important to warm the body up, as that's one of the most important part of the whole workout. And switch side. Now we add some rotations. So again, improving our ankle mobility, getting the ankles awake and all the ankle muscles and ligaments ready for a good yoga workout. And we do some rotations on this side. You might find that when you're doing this ankle exercise, there's a bit of balance happening at the moment, so that's fine, that's normal. Excellent. Now that we've done a bit of general exercise, let's do a bit of movements with the shoulders. And we rotate forward. And then we go backwards. Let's have some arm swings up and down. Get a bit more dynamic. This should now increase the heart rate a little bit more, and you should feel a bit more warmer. Excellent. So this is a brilliant warm-up to practice before you do any exercise or any workout, especially if you're doing yoga as well, because yoga really does use all the joints and challenges all of our full body. So now we're going to move on to the beginner poses, and the first one we want to do is called Tadasana. So from here, we want to have our feet in line with our hips, and we're going to have our hands by our sides. From here, we're going to raise one arm in the air, and then we're going to reach, and then we're going to come back down again. So we just want to do one arm at a time, and back down again. Let's do 2 more sets. We breathe in on the way up, breathe out on the way down, breathe in on the way up, breathe out on the way down. If you want to make it more challenging, then we come up onto our toes and lift the heels up, and then back down. That's the third one. So again, anybody who's doing intermediate, you can go a bit higher and down. This time we're going to do both arms together. So we'll do with the heels down first, reach, and back down. Excellent. Let's breathe in lift, really point the fingers up to the ceiling and back down. And again, we can make it harder by lifting the heels off the ground. Get nice and tall, reach up nice and tall, like a tree, and then come back down. Now, let's challenge your shoulders a bit more. So you take your left over your right, and we have a cross with our hands. And this time, we're going to lift the arms up in front and back down. This may challenge your shoulder muscles a bit more because we have our arms crossed, but this is fine. And again, to make it harder, we lift the heels off the ground and then back down. Excellent. Let's switch side, right over the left. Again, if you want to take your time, if you want to take it easy, we just want to keep our heels on the ground. Otherwise, if you want to challenge yourself, you can lift the heels off the floor, reach fingertips and down. Superb. So now we've finished with the Tadasana. We're going to move on to the next one. A bit of side bending. So we still want the feet in line with the hips. This time we raise the arm up to the ceiling and then keep the other arm to the side of the body, and we're just going to have a gentle side bend and come back to the center, bring the arm down. We want to breathe in when we do a side bend, not breathe out. This is the only time when you breathe in when you are bending to the side. Make sure you breathe in when you are bending and going to the side. So breathe in and breathe out on the way up. Excellent work, fantastic. Now let's make the side bending a bit more challenging, and this time we have to add both of our arms together. So we lift the arms up in the air, interlock your fingers, point the fingers up to the ceiling, take a deep breath in and do a side bend to the left. And then breathe in and side bend to the right and breathe out. And 2 more times. You're doing really well. Try and keep the body to the side, no twisting or no bending forward. Stay side on. Don't worry about range or performance. Just focus on just getting the exercise done and understanding the exercise. Okay, so we're going to move to the next asana and challenge ourselves a bit more. So this time we call this Utkatasana. So we're going to come up on our heels and really challenge the thigh muscles. So from here we still want the feet in line with the hips. We're going to raise the arm up in line with our shoulders here, and then we're going to sit into a squat like a chair. Go halfway, bring the hips in line with the knees, and then we come back up, bring the arms down. Let's do this 2 more times. We go down, take 5 seconds on the way down. We hold here for a couple of seconds, and then slowly on the way up. Okay, let's show you sideways. So this time you can make it harder. What we're going to do is we're going to raise the heel off the ground, and then very slowly we're going to go down slowly. It's a lot more challenging, so if you want to go intermediate, that's fine. Hold it here, and then 5 seconds on the way up, all the way and down. As you can see, it was challenging for me too. Yes, so this is Utkatasana. So we've done 3 rounds. Excellent. Let's move on to the next asana, and this time we're going to challenge ourselves a bit more because the body's warm and we're maybe feeling a little bit hot and our breath is a little bit higher and our shoulders and joints are warmed up, so we can challenge ourselves a bit more now. So this time what we want to do is we can have the feet wider. We want them wider than shoulder width, and the feet slightly turned out here. From this position here, we're going to raise our arms up in the air and we're going to sit down and hold this position. Reach your arms as high as you can, and then we're going to come back up. Okay, that was the intermediate one. This is the harder one first. If you want, you can use a chair if you want, so we can reach up as much as you can and go down. You can hold this position over here on the chair. If you've got any knee issues, or if your knee is hurting, or if you've got any lower back pain, You can use a chair, make it easier, and then we rise up. Excellent, fantastic. Let's challenge ourselves a bit more, and if you want another position you can do with this exercise is with the feet together or feet in line with the hips, and we raise our arms up in the air, and then we almost kind of go sit back, keep the back nice and solid. So we don't want to be arching, we don't want to be rounding or crumbling. We want the knees with nice straight lines here. If you can sit lower, that's wonderful. And back up. Excellent, superb. Let's challenge ourselves a bit more. We're still on the same exercise, but we're just going to take our feet wider. And when we take our feet wider, we'll be working different muscles. So instead of the thighs, we'll now be working the inner thighs and the glutes. For this one, almost like a sumo wrestler position, we want feet nice and wide. Turn the feet out, raise the arms up in the air. You can either have them pointing or fingertips up together, and then sit down and hold. And back up. Excellent. So you want to spend a bit of time at the bottom position to really challenge your muscles, because we're now ready to do that. So we'll do it one more time. If you want to go a bit wider, that's fine. So reach up as high as you can. This time I'll keep the fingers facing upwards. And we want to make sure the knees don't come in. We want the knees pointing outwards. Again, you can use a chair if this is too tough. And back up again and down. So because we've done a bit of challenging work on the spine, sometimes our lower back might be aching. So let's add a bit of recovery exercise here. So we bring the feet together, reach upwards, and then down. Bend as much as you can. Don't worry about range. We want to keep the back nice and straight. So from the side, let's do a few more this side. If we can touch the ground, that's fine. Excellent. And then from here, we just want to do a bit of back bends. So we want to interlock our hands together and put the fingers on the lower back. And then from here, we just want to look up to the ceiling and very gently move the hips forward and backwards. Not too much strain on the lower back. There we are. Excellent. One more time from the front. So you just want to get nice and tall. Excellent. Fantastic. You guys are doing really well. Stay with me. Take a couple of breaths just to relax yourself. If you need to grab yourself water, that's also fine. Remember, yoga is not about pushing yourself, and it's not fast-paced workout. Yoga is all about concentration, balance, coordination, really immersing yourself into the exercise and being in control all the time. So now that you've had a sip of water, let's move on. We're going to do some twisting sequences. We've done reaching up to the ceiling, we've stretched our limbs, and we've done forward bending and back bending. Now we're going to add some twist, really get the core involved. So from this position, we want to have our feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Again, we want to be nice and up front. Raise the arms in front of you. We take a deep breath in, and then we breathe out and twist towards your left. As you twist, bring your right hand on your left shoulder. Depends which side you're twisting. And we want to twist as much as we can. Look at your fingers with the arm that's straight, and we want to come back, breathe in. You want to keep your eyes on the fingers which are rotating all the time. This will give us more range. Breathe out when we twist. And we go back. Excellent. You guys are doing really well. Superb. Just make sure that your shoulders are not coming up. Keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe in. Breathe in. Excellent. Let's do one more time. Three times each side is good. Fantastic. You guys are doing really well. Superb. From here, we want to have our feet nice and wide now. And we're going to just replicate the same movements. Just the difference is our feet are wide. So we breathe in. And come back. If you want, you can have a bit of a rest in between by putting your arms down, but then you must lift back up. Let's do one more time. Excellent, fantastic. You guys are doing really well, superb. Now that we're fully warmed and we may be sweating a little bit, the muscles are really fully engaged, 100%, the mind is fully 100% active. Now we're going to challenge yourself and do a bit of a warrior pose 1, where we do a bit of a lunging motion, a bit of strengthening as well now. So from here, we want to stand at the front of the mat and we want to take one big step back, and we want to go down a little bit. As halfway is good. If it's hurting your knees, then you can stay a bit taller. From here, we want to reach with the arms up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And when you exhale, see if you can go down, challenge yourself a little bit. This is more of a static exercise. We're not moving much. Really working your muscles. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, and on the in breath we want to step forward again. We want to keep our arms in the air, and from here we take another inhale and take a step back. Make sure you're not arching your back, make sure you're not falling too far back. We get a lot of compression here, so you want to stay forward a little bit. And we're here. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and bend down. You might find your legs are shaking. This is normal. And back up. Excellent. Step forward. That was a bit challenging, wasn't it? Yes, we do have to challenge ourselves a little bit, but that's fine. So we're almost coming to the end of the workout. We've just got 5 more minutes left. We do finish off a bit faster at the end, but let's continue to finish off the sequences. This time we're going to sit down in front of us. Use the mat. Again, we're going to raise our arms up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And twist. This time we're just going to hold. Make sure you know there's no rounding. Your back is nice and straight. Don't worry on too much jerking or forcing the body. Do not force the body. Just work with the body. 3 breaths is good. So stay in this position now. And as we breathe in, we want to get tall. And when we breathe out, we can try and twist a bit more. And back to the ceiling. If you need a yoga block or a mat when you're seated position, that's fine. If you've got lower back problems, then you can use a pillow or the block. This time we want to sit on the block, and we want to sit cross-legged, or you can simply just sit on the chair, and we just want to raise our arms up to the ceiling and come back and twist. We've just got 2 more exercises left. 3 more actually. Breathing to finish at the end. And fantastic. That's the twist sequence is done. Standing and from the floor. Now a bit more easy exercises. We want the pigeon pose. So in this pose, I want to bring our legs in front and see if you can move the ankles across the opposite side. If it's hurting your knee, then it's fine. You can straighten your You can move in the front foot in a position where it doesn't hurt or pain, or if it's not discomfort. And it is about comfort, so getting to a comfortable position, and we're just here. If you want to take it further, you can bring your elbows down on the ground. And then if you've got a bit more flexibility, we can extend and reach all the way there. And this time we want to switch side. Moved out the pose pretty quickly there, so take your time coming out of the pose. Don't do just what I did there. So over here, work with yourself. Don't force the muscle. Fantastic. Now, the last exercise is the child pose. So we want to bring our heels and feet together. Bring your knees wide. From here, we're just going to slightly use our hands to crawl forward, like a baby falling asleep on its front. You can either have the knees wide or you can have the knees together. It's of your choice. Depends. If your lower back is hurting, if you're getting compression on the knee, then you can bring your knees together. Excellent, superb. Now we're just going to do one more exercise for the lower back. We're going to lay on your back. The sound card is coming in the way, the sound unit card. So straight the leg, pull the knee towards the chest. We call this Pawan Muktasan. And we want to switch side. 10 seconds is good. And then finish off with both feet, both knees to the chest. And now from here, we're just going to go straight into Shavasana, which is the meditation pose, where we have our feet nice and wide and relaxed, palms slightly wider, facing up, hands wide, palms facing up to the ceiling. And we just want to spend, depends on you, depends on how much time you have. If you have 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's up to you, but 5 minutes is a good starting point. And we just want to gently close our eyes and focus on the breathing. So this is the last exercise of yoga. If you've got diabetes can cause a lot of stress and tension and a lot of worry. So this meditative pose, Shavasana, just allows us to calm the mind and relax the body. And internally, it will help us to control our sugar levels and maintain them at a healthy rate. Alternatively, you can be in this position, or if you want to, you can also meditate in this cross-seated position, or you can use a chair if you want. Simply just sit on the chair with your arms. In fact, let's do that. We'll sit on the chair. And you can be relaxed on the chair. In this position over here, keep your eyes closed and just focus and observe your breath. Calm yourself down, and this time is for yourself and only yourself. And once you finish, very gently open your eyes. And this is the end of the workout. Thank you very much for following my diabetes yoga workout for beginners and intermediate level. This is a wonderful exercise. Again, as we mentioned, that it's great for maintaining and managing diabetes on a daily basis and sugar levels. Yoga has physical, mental, and also emotional benefits. And when put all of them together, it really does help you and give you a quality life that you can continue to live on a daily basis. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon again.